Alright, I got a bit of paddling to do, and then I've got a 90 meter. This was the lake that I had intended to stay on last night. I'm very glad that I didn't do that portage. My legs were so tired yesterday. I was struggling today with fresh legs. It's not my legs right now. My shoulders are really sore from yesterday. There were a lot of places where I had to pull the canoe over beaver dams and logs and stuff like that, and really used a lot of my muscles in my shoulders and my arms, and it's a little bit sore carrying the canoe. So there is a 90 meter portage in between the two parts of the lake here, and I'm just getting up to that 90 meter portage now. It's a pretty fun looking landing. I think I see the trail here going through, but I have this in between that and me. Oh, I did it again. I walked a bit, and there's a trail coming right up from the water. It's a steep hill, but it's clear. There's the lake. I'm so dumb. This is with a fresh rain. I don't know what I would have done yesterday. Oh man, what a dum-dum. Because I keep seeing the sign, and I go where the sign is, and then I get out, and I'm like, oh, I guess it doesn't get used much. There's been blowdowns. I just assume that it's not a well-used trail. Like this, see? This is part of it. Alright, well, whatever. Oh wow. Looks like there was a fire here maybe on this lake. I had noticed it at the end of the lake. All the trees were looking very thin and like they had been burned. So. Just getting over this little thing sometimes is so difficult. All these sticks are poking out, ready to scratch you on your way by. Holy smokes, what a shit show. Okay, I gotta get in. I gotta get back and get out of here. I don't like this place. Alright, somehow I made it through to the swampy swamp over here. I'm really glad I didn't push through to this lake yesterday. Doesn't look nearly as nice as the one I stayed on. Plus, I don't know if I would have gotten through that. So basically what I do when I go through these places, when I'm walking back to get the boat, I will clear anything that I can, break off all the branches sticking up, and try to get a decent route so that I can walk through. Now coming back, I can see the trail here. I came through this way, but this might be a better option. See, a tree fell down on the trail here, and well, lots of trees fell down on the trail here, making it very difficult to get through. Okay, I just had to go from over there to over here, so I just pulled the one paddle out and slid the yoke up, so I don't have to redo the whole thing over again. And now I am going to make my way. And this is why you need to plan short days in Makobi. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I have done a 90 meter and a 700 meter, and I left at 7:30. I should be well on my way into Makobi almost by now, in a normal place where, you know, part of it is my fault at the start of this, but that 700 meter was killer. Anyways, I've decided to have my other half of my Snickers from last night and some M&Ms, and I'm going to continue on my way. All right, it is just about 10 o'clock, and I'm just where the campsite is. So it would have taken me an extra 2.5 hours, probably longer yesterday because I'm on fresh legs today, even though I feel like they're not super fresh. So I'm really glad that I stayed on that campsite yesterday. The portage is just up ahead here, and looks like the campsite is over here. I don't actually see a sign, but I'm right next to it according to the map, and I think it's where that rock is. I'm just coming up on the 500-meter portage, and I have a feeling it's going to be a lot like the last two that I did. Maybe a mix of both. The down trees and the sucky muck swampy stuff. I guess we'll see. Kind of cool here. The water just kind of ends at the swamp. So yeah, I'm sure I'm in for some sucky muck. There's the sign, so I'm gonna take a look and see where the trail is first before I dock the boat. Oh, this has to be the nicest landing of the trip so far. Oh, I think right along the theme of today's portages, this is going to be a bad one. First of all, it's really swampy, so I can't see the trail on the ground like I normally can. The other thing is that when I can't find the trail, I use the axe blazes on the trees. But because of the fire, a lot of the bark has been burnt off, and I don't see any axe blazes either. Wish me luck. I don't know about this one. I was like, oh good, I'll just go around. Yeah, there's always more. There's always more here. Find a problem, you go around it, find another problem. Then you get to solve them all. That's my favorite part. Okay, just a little detour. And back on the trail. And there's a creek here too. Some of the water has escaped the beaver dam. Now I know I'm on the right path for sure. Oh, great news. After just a few steps, I have found what is clearly the trail, and I'm very happy about that. Should only take me half an hour in total to do a 500-meter normal one. So hopefully I'm on the lake very soon and paddling. That was a horrible, horrible, awful portage. It's 10:40. It was 10:12 when I started the trail. 28 minutes for a 500-meter should tell you something. I lost the trail several times and refound it. It pretty much runs along the creek, which helped me a lot. If it wasn't there, I'd probably still be back there. Not sucky muck, not swampy like I thought. There are a lot of deer flies, but other than that, it's just finding the trail and getting through. There's a lot of down trees. It doesn't look like anybody's been through here in a long time. But I made it through, and now I have to go back and get the canoe, and I don't want to. I'm just like, I don't want to. But it's really pretty here. Still forest fire land, and some mountains behind me. I'm procrastinating. I'm gonna go. I can't actually video walk and talk in here. It's that bad. I have to watch every step I take. I almost wiped out I don't know how many times, and I'm gonna clear a bunch of stuff as much as I can on my way through, so it's easier with the canoe, but it's still gonna be a struggle. So this is pretty much what I'm dealing with. I believe the trail is here, and you can see how overgrown it is. I'll show you some other parts on my way back. I've already cleared a whole bunch for my trip through with the canoe. It's 20 after 11. I haven't made it to the other end of the portage, but I was just standing here trying to clear the branches off this tree, and I can see my canoe up there. The portage is just a straight shot down the side of the river, but there were so many blowdowns and it was so thick you couldn't see the trail. So I've been clearing it all the way along. Stuff like this is kind of tough. This one's going to be probably the worst one now that's left. I've gotten most of the rest of them. The deer flies are insane in here. They don't seem to be biting me, they're just flying around me, so it looks like my permethrin is working. So I just got to clear this one, and I think I should be good to go, and then I got a straight shot back to the water. These trees are so nasty. They're so rough, and you go to break them and you just like, they just rip your hands right open. Anyways, I just cleared the top there. You can rest the canoe on it, crawl underneath, and keep going. Oh, I thought the 700 meter this morning was bad. Then the second one was awful. And this one is awful too. There's a lot of awfulness in this route. I don't like it. But to be expected when you're going on trips like this where most people don't go. Now it's at least somewhat passable for the next person who comes. Hopefully they can find the trail now. Bent a lot of the fern branches and stuff like that too, so that you can see it. All right, it is 11:26 and I am on my way. Let's see how long it takes me with the canoe now that I've cleared the trail out a little bit and know how to get through. I made it. 20 minutes, 500 meter. Bullshit. Look at all the deer flies on my stuff. Holy crap. I suppose they're all over me too, but I had one goal and I just completed it. I am exhausted. Wow. Oh, apparently those weren't deer flies on my life jacket, they were bees. And I just got stung. Ow. Frig. I dropped my life jacket in the water there, and ooh, that hurt. All right, it is just about noon and I am on my way again on another no-name lake. I've got a bit of paddling to do, and then I've got a 1:20 and a 2:30, and then I'm on Makobi, and I cannot wait to be on Makobi. Most likely going to be staying on Makobi after this shit show of a morning. I just pulled out a wrap. It's peanut butter and Nutella. I was really looking forward to this. I had asked somebody ahead of time because I don't usually bring peanut butter wraps or anything like that. It's usually salami and that kind of stuff. And I said, should I put it on at home and then just wrap them up and take them with me, or should I bring the peanut butter and the Nutella separate and then put it on when I'm there? And they're like, oh, put it on in advance. I can't remember who told me, so if it was you, sorry, but your answer was wrong. My wraps are like really hard. I noticed yesterday I was moving stuff around and I'm like, why are they hard? Both of them. So I'm assuming that's because I put the Nutella and the peanut butter on first, which I probably would have done anyways, but just a note, bring it with you and put it on the day of because it'll be much tastier. These wraps were like fresh. I just bought them and they were so soft, and now they're hard. So anyways, I'm still gonna eat them, and happy I'm getting some lunch in today. So I'm gonna enjoy this paddle and check out this forest fire burn here and scratch some of my new bites and enjoy the scenery. Alright, so I'm just in the corner of the lake. There's a small waterway that will lead me to the portage. Friends of Makobi map says it's a 100 meter. Jeff's map says it's a 130. Hopefully it's a normal 100 meter portage and not crazy town like the 90 meter I did with all the down trees. One can dream. Really pretty here though. Even with all the fire damage, it's still really pretty here. Alright, I've located my next portage. Let's keep our fingers crossed for this one. Well, I got into the canoe and I took a look around, and the portage sign is like right over there. And it's through like a swamp, and it's like not deep water, but not as deep as I was in yesterday, but it looks like I can just go right around, and it looks like that on the map. So I'm gonna see if I can just go around. I thought maybe I was gonna get a chance to cheat the portage, but all I did was paddle through the super shallow water, and now I'm at the second sign, and I have no idea where it goes. There was some tall grasses over there, and it looks like on the map the water continues to the next portage, but it's super shallow and boggy, and I don't want to go through that, but I think I'm going to end up having to do that here anyways. But I'm going to get out and portage, I guess. Well, I assume the trail went that way, and it does. I think I have to go up and over that hill, but I'm not sure. Guess I'll find out soon if I ever start moving. My foot got sucked so in there. I couldn't get it out. I'm just standing here staring like, what am I doing out here? Oh. Well, I came from over there, just up the hill and through here. Look at all the blowdowns. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if you call these blowdowns because they're probably from the fire. But there's the water. So just have to get myself down there somehow through all these trees. No problem. No problem. Well, I only had to climb over 2 trees and made it down no problem. So pretty little waterfall down here, and nice place to put the canoe in the water. So I just have to paddle, I think, over there, and then there's one more portage waiting for me, and then I'll be on Makobi, and I cannot wait. So I noticed that my pants, along with my hands, have got all these charred burnt stains on them, and that is from the trees and from me hugging the trees. One of them, the one that I went over the 2 logs, I actually climbed up on top of the 2 logs and I held on to the tree and literally hugged it, and I got black all over myself. So I guess that's a memento from this trip, being in the burnt forest. That's the tree right there. I hugged it and it helped. These guys helped me over. So back over I go. So for the tree at the start, I just broke a couple of the limbs off that weren't supporting it, and I should be able to duck the canoe under there pretty easily. Alright, here's a pan of the next forest fire affected lake that I'm on. This is the last one before Makobi. I have a 300 meter portage, which hopefully is going to be delightful. All right, it is almost 20 after 1. I started at 7:30 at my campsite, so I've been going for almost 6 hours now. Yesterday I calculated and said, there's 2,000 meters in portages, so that's 2 hours, plus 10 kilometers of paddling, so that's another 2 hours, plus Makobi time, add 2 or 3 hours, so 6 or 7 hours to get to my campsite. But I'm almost at 6 now, and I still have the last portage and the 10 kilometers of paddling to do. I'm not going to be paddling the 10K now because I'm not going up to the banks portage, but I still got to go through quite a bit of Makobi, so I'm thinking maybe 6 or 7K anyways. So it'll take me a good hour plus the wind. I'm really looking forward to getting this last portage done. I am getting pretty tired. All right, portage, I see you. Be good to me, buddy. Well, this is the situation. I couldn't find the portage. I had it for a little while, and there were so many trees down and so many things in my way. I was like, oh, well, you know what? It's clear this way. Just go that way. I can see the water. It's right there. But I have this in between me and the water. So I've got to make my way through somehow. I'm hoping I'm going to pick up the trail at the other end, and then I can take it back to get the canoe. Oh man, what a mess. This is such a mess. Oh my God. Well, I finally made it back to the canoe. It's 2:15. Yeah, it was like 1:15 when I got here. It's supposed to be a 230 meter portage. This place is evil. Every portage today has been evil. I just had to mark a trail for myself to find my way back. It's not good. I'm gonna go now. There are like 7 million, billion, zillion deer flies on my bag. Look at my bag. Oh, they're bees. Oh, they're bees. Why are there all bees on my bag? Oh my God, my bag is full of bees. That's how I got my sting. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. I gotta figure out how to get this canoe on my head and get away from these bees. They're everywhere. There's like hundreds of them. Okay, it's not hundreds, but there's a lot. Oh my gosh, they're all on the back of my bag, like where I need to put it on my back. I don't know what's going on. I'm not under a hive or anything. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get this canoe out of here and get all my stuff on. I've already gotten stung once. I don't want to get stung again. All right, well, I grabbed a stick and I pulled my bag out and I just threw it out here on the rocks, and some of the bees followed it. They're all like on the grass, on the rocks now, flying around. There's still a bunch in my boat though, and I pulled it towards the water, which like kind of jerked some of them out. But see, they're all at the handle. Like I can't even grab the handle to pull the boat up. Like I don't know why they're here. I don't have like honey all over my boat or anything. So strange. Oh, just want to get to my campsite. It's like super windy on Makobi. Oh, and I got bees in my canoe. Like, what? All right, I managed to get the bees out of the canoe. I kept moving it around and waving a stick over them, and I flipped it around. I put it in the water, brought it back up. There's a couple still there, but I got my net on. I'm gonna just go for it. Hopefully they just disappear once I flip over the canoe. There's still about 5 or 6 of them on there. Some of them are deer flies and some of them are bees. So I don't know, but I better go before they start grouping again. My phone's about to die too, so my charger's at the other end. Good times. Made it to the lake. Today is just against me. Walking through, finally make it here. I'm so happy. Every single rock I stepped on starts moving under my feet with the canoe on my head. Like that big one. And my foot was just, oh, you know those boards they give you when you go to the chiropractor for physio? They have those boards, like it's like a circle with a ball under it. That's what that rock was like. Oh my God. All right, I just want to get on the water. I'm done with this portaging stuff today. Thank God. And I have no idea how I'm going to get the boat in the water, but I'll get it there somehow. A few more scratches today, Jeff. Sorry. That portage was just awful. It was an hour and a half for a 230 meter portage. It goes with all the other ones today. Just all crazy, awful. Well, it's 10 to 3 and I am just beginning to paddle on a very windy Makobi lake. I'm gonna see how bad it is. I'm gonna go up. There's a South Makobi and a North Makobi. So right now I'm just in the channel getting into Makobi. I'm gonna get to paddling and I'm looking forward to getting to camp. I am ready to relax a little bit. I was all ready to go for a nice cold swim, but I won't do that if it's not sunny. I'm too much of a wuss, but I definitely could use a nice little refreshment. I'm hot and sweaty and tired and dirty, and I'm literally dirty. Like, I'm covered in black soot and cuts and bruises, and my pants are black, like from the trees. Anyway, all fun and part of the adventure here in Makobi. All right, I just paddled all the way from over there. There's a point in this. Now, I don't know if this is the south part of Makobi Lake or if this is a different lake. It's attached to Makobi. There's no portage or anything in between. But on the map, the one map, it says 366, or there's a number, and the other map says L, and then at the top half it says Makobi. So I'm not sure. There's a fire pit here out on the point. There's a little bit of shelter, which is nice. The sun's gonna go down over here somewhere. So I'll get sunset, and it's gonna come up over here somewhere. This side of the lake did not get the fire, and this side did. I was gonna paddle up to, it's gonna take me probably another hour to paddle up the channel into the other part of Makobi Lake, but then I'll be closer tomorrow. But with the winds right now, oh, of course the winds just died down. Look at how calm the water is. Anyways, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired right now. There's a privy sign. Where are you, Mr. Privy? There's a trail going that way, and there's one going this way. I think it's this way. Ooh. Uneven ground. I'm used to that. Oh wow, there's way back there. I did too much walking today to do this. I think I'm gonna keep paddling. Hopefully one of the other 3 sites are better. I don't want to go on an excursion when I go to the bathroom at 3 in the morning. That's just too much. Well, if the lake that I was on earlier wasn't technically Makobi, then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Makobi Lake. It's big. It's big. I was expecting that. I'm gonna paddle along the shore here to the right of me, and make my way to the 3 campsites on that side of the lake. There aren't any on the left side, unfortunately. So hopefully they're open and something nice there. Well, it's 4:35. Seems to be more clouds than sun now. paddle's going good. I still got a ways to go. I believe that piece of land in front of me, directly in front of my bow, there's 3 islands. There's 2 small ones on either side and then a big one in the middle. And I think that piece of land right in front of me might be the middle island. So I'm making my way towards there. I'm either going to be looking at the middle island or the one past it, so further away from me and towards the north part of Makobi. Alright, it's almost the moment of truth here. I'm pretty freaked out right now. I'm like, if there's no campsite here, then I have to go backwards, which is fine. There's 2 other ones very close by, not very close by, but you know, 15-minute paddle away maybe. But I'm really hoping this is a great campsite because I worked really hard to get here. Well, shit. I've gone all the way around the whole island. There's no campsite sign. There's no campsite. I can't see anything. There's no like opening to like go in there. Nothing. So I'll check the other islands. Maybe it's just wrong on the map. That happens. I don't know. Well, I found the sign, found the campsite. It's on the wrong side of the island, but I don't think I really care right now. This big rock, and it's not very treed, so I still will be able to see sunrise and sunset. So I'm gonna get up there and start dinner. I'm starving. All right, well, Privy's far away too, but there's a nice trail and it's not like bush and stuff, so I'm good with that. Picking up some stuff for my campfire on my way back. So that's a dead wood here. I don't know where I'm gonna put the tent yet, but first thing I'm gonna do is boil some water and put it in my freeze-dried meal. And while it's doing its thing, usually have to wait 10-15 minutes. I'll set up my tent quick. Alright, so this is the fire pit area, and nice and breezy, keep the bugs out. There's also firewood here. Looks like it's been here for a long time. And there's also a tent spot here, which would be nice and close. And it's on moss too, even though this moss is really crunchy. Oh, I have to eat the blueberries first. I'm gonna put my tent there. Look at how dirty my hands are. I saw a whole bunch. I didn't see any like the whole trip until today, and then all of a sudden they were like on the one portage. And I was like, oh my god, blueberries. Yeah, yum, look at them all. I'm on an island pretty far out, so yes, bears can swim, but probably pretty safe. All right, I gotta go pull the canoe up and grab the backpack. Yummy. Oh my goodness, those are so good. It is 5:40 on Friday, July 2nd, and I'm pooped. I just got to my campsite, and I am going to boil some water so I can get my dinner going. Today, I am having OTG meals, chicken, mac, and cheese. Does that not sound amazing? I'm really excited to try this. I've had it for a while, and I cannot wait to eat it. I'm starving. So I'm going to boil 1.5 cups of water. Got it already in there. I'm gonna open this sucker up, take out the oxygen pack, pour the water in there, and wait 12 to 15 minutes. And while I'm waiting for this to rehydrate, I'm going to set up my tent and maybe change my footwear and stuff if I have some time. The most important thing right now is just to get the food going and to eat as soon as possible because I'm starving. So I'm gonna do that and I will be back in a bit. Oh, my chicken mac and cheese is done, 15 minutes. I managed to set up my tent, blow up the thermarest, put the sleeping bag in, blow up my pillow, put the backpack away, everything. I got my shoes and my socks here and my book and my glasses and my tights, so I can take off my gross water socks and let my toes breathe a little bit. And I'm gonna sit here and eat my dinner and enjoy my beautiful view. Just gorgeous. There's a little chipmunk on the site somewhere and he's just going bananas. I don't think he gets many visitors. And the sky has cleared up again. It's probably really hot, but I don't care. I'm so hungry. That's so good. Randy, you did it again. I don't know how you make all these amazing meals, but you did it again. Well, the sun came out just before I was getting ready to change and take off my water socks and stuff, so I decided to put my shorts on. The deer flies are kind of buzzing around my head, but they're not too bad. When I was sitting here eating my dinner, I just noticed I'm kind of covered in bruises. And I had mentioned earlier that this was a lot harder trip than I had planned on. And can always tell the difficulty of my trips by the color of my legs when I get done. And today is only day 3. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum. I'm gonna eat every one. So good. Okay, so I brought 2 power banks. I always bring 2 of these. I usually only use 1, sometimes 1 and a little bit. Depends on the trip and if I'm listening to music or whatever. So anyways, I brought 2. And I used the one the first night and I woke up and it was at 0. So it's obviously no good anymore. It charged my phone once. That was it. So I've been like scavenging power on this thing. I'm down to 34% and my phone is at 36%. These are pretty big, but I've been doing 25% allotted for each day. Which isn't very much, it turns out, because I record a lot. So I haven't been using my phone much today, and that's why I wanted to film a bunch of those portages that were like ridiculous. But I just, first of all, I couldn't. I didn't have the patience for it. I was just like... And secondly, I didn't have the battery power, like I was trying to conserve energy, so I need my phone to last, right? I just have to spread it out, and I love that this has the display right on it, so you know how much is left, so I can actually like allot each day a certain amount, and that way I make sure that my phone stays charged no matter what. Well, the sky's been overcast for quite some time, and it's almost 9 o'clock, so pretty sure there's not going to be a sunset. I'm not 100%, but I'm tired enough to be sure that I'm going to go to bed now instead, so good night. Today's mini recap: stinging things, nasty portages, long day, bruises, tired. Good night. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.